Hi guys, I'm Mikey. I'm a radiology tech, and I'm here watching the new season of Scrubs. Now, I'm very excited for this episode. This is episode 7, and I'm really enjoying this new season. Good return to form from the actors that have been in Scrubs before, as well as the interns having a great first showing of this season. Really helping to drive home that this show is pretty much still alive and kicking, and we can have more seasons, and I'm very excited for that. Now, if you've been enjoying it, let me know in the comments how you've been enjoying it. And before I begin, I want to say a special shout out to Doctor. Thank you, brother, for watching me. Doc, you know who you are. Thank you, brother. And yeah, we're going to be starting this one in 3, 2, 1.
One of the most important skills doctors learn is how to keep their emotions in check. We call this skill doctor face.
So during your son's surgery,
Can't
we
get
found
stuff
a
away.
tumor. I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't say the newbies were nailing it yet.
Yeah. Mara's
It's about
decent.
being professional. My doctor face had gotten better and better over the years.
Got something on your face, Asher. Looks like it's Amara.
Nothing could rattle me.
I'm not invited to the barbecue, but it's our tradition.
That's hardly a tradition.
Oh, really? Then why did we record this last year?
Already wishing for next year's edition of our
Harmony?
barbecue tradition.
Carla wants to do it with Elliot and Wes this year. You get it, buddy.
Then you go to her and you fight for me.
I'm not strong enough, JD. She's going through menopause. I'm starting to avoid her.
Hey, have you seen Turk?
Danny's right.
Woo! Woo!
You just materialized.
Another hot flash? Just shut up and fan me.
I guess Carla wanted to hide her menopause, but it wasn't going to be easy.
Doctor faces, everyone. Doctor faces. I've been thinking we should spend more time together. You know, really water the garden of our friendship.
You're not coming to the barbecue, JD.
Oh, is that happening? Seriously, it's not about that. I miss you.
Don't be sweet with me right now. I can't handle it.
Okay, it's okay.
Don't touch me.
Okay. I'm sorry, is that ranch dressing?
No,
I brought my own from home. I'm kind of a ranch
no,
snob.
he's not wrong. That man's not wrong.
I'm down to a jug a week. I'm putting in the work.
Listen, I know making lifestyle
A
changes
week?
is hard, but we're going to take this one step at a time.
Something just as important as doctor face is nurse voice. And Carla was the best.
Dashana, you're going to be the one to tell the Garcia family that he passed away.
Oh, come on, man. Now, you know I'm not good at this. Look, I'm not a crier. Okay, I'm not even a hugger.
Oh.
Even in high school basketball, my coach told me to bring it in. Never did.
Well, you're just like me.
Hey, come on, twin.
No, it was a bad thing. I needed to work on it, and so do you. Look, you need to step up and be there for them. Because that's the job.
Yo, he literally...
I am Mariah Carey.
Don't look at me. Wes just texted the funniest thing.
It was not funny.
Wait, do you not like him? I mean, I don't really know him yet, but I'm sure he's perfectly fine.
Elliot's relationship wasn't the only one under scrutiny.
Yo!
Shiggity.
Whoa!
I really do need some gauze. Sorry.
Ice cream in the morgue is our new go-to. I'm just glad you're finally talking about the change.
Call it that one more time, you're gonna find yourself in one of those drawers. I'm not Teen Wolf.
Carla as Teen Wolf? Don't get distracted. She needs you.
No!
I'm anxious, I'm moody, I can't sleep. I'm finding hair in the strangest places.
I'll bet you are.
Hey,
Sorry.
I hate aging.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the only thing longer than my father's earlobes were his testicles. So I've got that coming for me.
You know, that does make me feel better.
The only way to grow is to face challenges that seem beyond your strength.
That's on the poster behind me, isn't it?
I didn't realize! Oh, man. I was so locked in on Turk and her talking.
I am so sorry.
It's just so hard. He worked all the time. He was such a good dad.
It feels like you guys could just hug each other now.
No. You guys are in great hands. Take all the time you need.
For some reason, Amara really reminded me of myself.
Love it.
It's the craziest thing I've ever done. And now that I've got a taste of this crazy girl lifestyle, I want more.
Oh no, I knew this. I knew this was gonna happen.
But you still live with your aunt, so you might want to stay off the pole.
What you are going to get started on is this list. And this dressing room is unacceptable.
What's happening? Is it like a psych patient?
An energy boost smoothie for the hardest working woman in the hospital. I call it the mango pause.
JD, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You sound like that guy who went to go live with the grizzly bears. At first, he was like, I'm a grizzly man. They love me. And then one day they tore his ass up.
Don't hate me just because I understand women. You know, I should really teach a course for less enlightened guys like you.
No, JD.
I could call it, hey man, pause.
No, that's great though.
Wes is flying a pair of lungs to save a smoker in Kansas City.
And then I'm stopping at a smoker in Kansas City to pick you up. The best brisket in the country.
Wow, that's really nice. Wow, thank you, Wes.
It's
really
okay, Turk. You can be happy.
That's really cool.
Kansas City brisket, here we come. Let's go.
I'm gonna put a hex on his belly. Where is my witchcraft workbook?
Turk seemed excited.
Most
Just
makes
X-ray.
Turk excited.
Sorry.
3 of our daughters are because they kept bringing back the McRib.
So when I told my dad about us, he said that when you really like someone, you should do something for them every day to let them know.
You told your dad about us?
Mm-hmm.
It's been less than a week. We haven't even made out in real clothes yet.
Well, that's long enough for me to know how I feel about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's very awkward. She was enjoying the freedom.
There may be an eruption of flowers. Please disregard.
I feel so bad for him, but that's so mortifying.
Remember when the Garcia family was saying how he was always away working?
Yeah.
Yeah, what he was working on was hiding his second family.
Ooh, second family. This is my favorite kind of hospital gossip. Second only to when the baby come out the wrong color.
Oh, God, I cannot believe this.
Me neither.
Flowers, fruit bowl, Perrier. Who does she think she is?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
She was very clear. She suffers from psychosis. Like, you gotta treat the whole patient. Blake, you're the best intern in this place. You'll figure it out.
Oh, the best?
You just gave him ego.
See how good that made you feel? Support the delusions.
Oh!
How come I only have 2 patients?
Child, Dr. Dorian asked us to cut your workload into what you can handle.
Yeah, we got you, baby. The way you carried us when we first came on, we're gonna carry you now.
How dare you?
What now?
Carla can't handle being a nurse anymore. Carla's a failure at everything.
Yeah, man, how dare you?
It's probably just the hormones.
No!
Just the hormones?
Dude!
You better give me back
One
my
finger is
patience,
crazy.
because I was here on your first day, and I can sure as hell make this your last.
Tore your ass up.
Really sorry. I'll give you all your patients back. I didn't mean to.
Ojalá se te caigan tus orejas y tus testículos.
Oh no, she's Dominican mad. I wonder what testiculos means.
Oh, dude, come on. You gotta be kidding me. We talked about this.
If only Carla wasn't mad at me and could use her nurse voice. Maybe I could give it a shot.
You know, Manny, I get the connection to grandmas. I remember having pollo and plantains with my abuela and her testiculos.
Nope, that felt wrong.
I'll be back.
I need to say this fast because I'm nervous. I'm having so much fun with you, but I don't think we're on the same page. I want to keep it cash.
Yeah, let's keep this fun and meaningless and empty.
Totally. Well, except a little fun. I'll see you later then.
Yeah, or maybe you won't. I don't care.
I'm so glad we talked.
No, poor Asher, bro. You can't be at all. No, I love her.
You know what I am good at? Surgery. Why are you grinning?
Because when I hear you talk, all I hear is stupid 25-year-old me. All you're missing is the tracksuit and the gold chains.
Yeah, I got them both.
Come on, if you can't do this here, how are you expecting to do this for the people in your life?
Well, I don't have emotionally needy people in my life.
Who put this here?
You will, young Turk. You will.
Now's your chance, Turk.
Your wife is dead. Some aging, incompetent bitch has taken her place.
Don't you talk about my wife that way.
You know, this job was always hard, but it was always fun.
Cox.
I can't keep up.
Finally.
Interesting choice of last words.
I should finish. You always had my back. Now, for the first time, you actually need
There
me.
you go.
And I get to be there for you.
Okay, get off me. I'm hot.
You guys will always have each other, and I'm super happy, but I just want to remind you that I might die alone.
You're not coming to the barbecue, JD.
Damn it.
It's much better. Now it looks nice for when my family comes to see me.
Great.
I hope they come.
And there it was, the slippery slope of kindness.
I hope they come too.
Maybe if I put on a concert. And I'd obviously need backup dancers.
Of course. Oh, no, please, hey, not my ranch.
Manny, your body can't handle the things it used to when it was younger. You might suffer some ranch withdrawal syndrome.
But I don't think that's a thing.
But the people who love you will help you through.
Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. It's okay. You take this big jug of ranch and you use it at the barbecue that I'm not invited to.
He's so spiteful.
Hope you're not mad at me because of Wes.
You know, the funny thing is that I kept waiting to spiral, but then I didn't. And then I spiraled about not spiraling, but then I realized I just don't care. Thanks. So you can say whatever you want about Wes.
He's a little dull and not funny, and I think he looks like the man in the yellow hat from Curious George.
Have you ever thought about hormone therapy?
Oh,
Wow.
Sorry. Oh, you're alone. Sorry, I thought you'd be making out with your girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend. She wants to keep things cash.
But I'm guessing that's not what you want.
Yes, this chance.
No, but I understand how she feels. When I was 16, my dad got sick, so I moved over here to care for him. I know what it's like to miss out on being young or experiencing life because of someone else.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that happened.
Dr. Face at the obvious sexual tension.
He's like, Asher, you dog.
The most important part of Dr. Face is knowing when to drop it. Like when you finally understand that your attending was just trying to teach you a little compassion. Or when you realize it's okay to open up to someone who's a little more needy.
Cute, crazy thing to put on your list. What about moving out of your aunt's?
Yes, and moving in with you.
Ooh, Amara. Wait. Wait, yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Whether it's a new friendship or an old one, we get by leaning on each other.
You can cut my patient load. You know why I didn't invite you to the barbecue? I can see through your doctor face. You're afraid of moving on. But if I keep coddling you and inviting you to all the comfy, familiar barbecues, you're never gonna find the life that's waiting for you.
First day, Bambi. Carla will take care of you.
Some things change. Some things don't.
Okay. Chest x-ray, like well, that's not coned in.
And why is this limited edition figurine in your stomach?
Because mint condition Astro Boy is worth $15,000, and I was not about to pay 6% to
Oh my
Japanese
God.
customs.
Dr. Face, check in.
Let's do this. Me and my crack team are going in. Spread them.
Interesting. Fun episode. The X-ray was interesting too because it's technically over the anterior abdomen, but like I don't think that's where it would have shown if he swallowed it in customs. It'd be way further through him, but it's for fun. It's okay. This episode was fantastic. Another great Scrubs episode because we have the sexual tension between Amara and Asher. That is what I called before. She is a repressed girl that is homeschooled. She's going wild. She doesn't just want to be with Asher, probably. And so she's like, I must do this. And she's like, want to have sushi. And he thinks it's sex. So he's like, I have had sushi with, other people, but only a few. And we see that we learn a little bit Asher in this. So Asher, as a person, moved to the United States because his father was ill when he was like 15, 16 years old and took care of him, which means he uprooted himself, came here and had to take care of his father, which limited his social engagements. As a result, he may have had more serious relationships, but his best friend is his father. That means, I could assume his best friend is his father because of everything. He tells his father everything. He was excited. He met a girl and he told his father. Did he jump the gun a little bit? Yes, because they didn't discuss what they were. And then he jumped the gun even further with the bear. Like the fact that he called it an Asher bear is like a love bomb thing. So he was love bombing Amara because he maybe falls fast. It's not a toxic thing if you don't realize it, because nothing Asher did was wrong. He told his father about a girl he liked, bought her a bear, and then put flowers in her locker. None of these things are terrible if you're dating someone. It's not like he told her he loved her and all this stuff. He just told his dad about her, which is, like I said, the equivalent of talking to his friend potentially. Or, I mean, most girls will, if you're close, or most guys, you'll talk to your family about stuff like that, sure. And it makes more sense in his situation. Now, this scares Amara off, and he's able to rebound a little bit by being like, we could be cash. Because if you can't have somebody you like, you might as well have them sometimes, if not, you can't. Because, I mean, this poor boy is stressed going through medical school and, as an intern, and therefore it's a good distraction, helpful distraction, and he likes her, so maybe he thinks he can win it. It would be toxic for him to go into the situation thinking he can win her over by just loving her or being interested in her, and it's better for him to just kind of go in realistically. Now, JD notes, with his doctor face, by the way, we're talking about that, that he has his, sexual tension with Sam. Sam is my insta click, because we're going to find out Sam had a interesting background, because when Asher told her that, she seemed to relate a little bit, and they were kind of connecting. And I love that they emphasize, just a few times through minor brief contacts and lingerings that there is chemistry between them. It's just, I think Asher is physically attracted to Amara and she's more relatable to him, but it ends up being the opposite attract type situation. Like, we have the emotional Turk. Actually, we have the emotionless Turk. Like, Turk's more rigid and what with his wife, versus where Carla is more emotional, especially in menopause. We'll get to there. And so we see potentially Amara with, Blake, or we see Sam with Asher, and that would be cute. Sorry, the video cut out for a second, but I noticed, so I'm happy. So continuing what was going on, we have a great situation with the surgeon, I don't remember the name of, learning emotional intelligence somewhat. And you don't have to be good at it, but you will learn it, especially as a doctor. It's really important as a surgeon to be able to pass on these things. Like, bedside manner is so important, and that may not be bedside, but it still is bedside manner. So going to tell families horrible news is super important. You need to be able to hold your reactions. You need to be able to hold your, eyes even, because people will look at you for anything. So one of those things that I learned early on is to not react when looking at x-rays. They teach you in school, easier said than done, when you look at an x-ray and somebody's body part is like completely shattered or destroyed, and that this person's going to have a long road ahead of them, may not walk, may not make it. I'm lucky not to have to deal with this as much as it used to, but I still see some gnarly x-rays where I work an outpatient that can make me sad. I've seen some that I've looked at, and I've cancers and stuff like that I immediately look at, like a young person with that, and I'm just devastated. But I have to hold it in, and I can't be like, oh my God, this person's got terrible this or that. I have to, be like, could you mind sitting for a second and waiting, and the doctor will come talk with you. And I just need you to just in case, I want to make sure everything's okay. And something's wrong, and people will ask you like what your opinion is on an x-ray. And I can't legally give that because I'm not a doctor or a practitioner, so I can't give an interpretation. Even though I know, my 11, 12 years experience, what's going on with the world of x-rays and, MRIs, CAT scans somewhat, I could look at those and be like, hi, this is shattered, or this is a potential pneumonia, cancer, fluid, enlarged heart, etc. And it's so sad to see that. So you need to have that, kind of like no reaction. And there's times when I was younger, when I was a student and like in my 20s, early 20s, where I'd have a reaction and be like, and it's sad. And that's, it's hard to control those reactions, especially when other people around you are reacting. Like if patients are crying, sad, etc., it's hard to not do that. And that's where kind of the Amara in me is. I'm more of like an Amara, where I am emotionally connected to my patients and I feel like what's going on with them. Asher too a bit, where I connect. Somebody tells me a story, I get stuck in that story. I go bend over backwards to help make my patients happy or feel comfortable, because it's bedside manner and that emotional intelligence that will help people through these hard times in their lives. Whether it's something like swallowing an anime figure, like, or just like actual, like real diseases that are impactful. You just have to do what you can in those moments to make that person, feel human and comfortable, but also maybe forget a little bit. And that's kind of where we have Blake with his whole Mariah Carey delusions things. Like sometimes you could feed into a person's delusion when you work in a hospital because it helps there. Where I work in outpatient, we won't feed into delusions because, you know, that means you shouldn't be out by yourself, technically, if you have these delusions of who you are. And it's one of those situations where, you know, for example, you may have somebody who's going through a hard time, depressed, or a life situation, and you know, you have to comfort them, and they may not be there for that reason, but you still have to comfort them and be able to, you know, help a little bit. Or, you know, listening to some older person's story about something may just make their day so much better. Even if it's a sad story, just listen to them, make sure they're being heard is important. And Blake made sure Mariah Carey was heard, and I love that. Now, as we continue through, we also have just some great moments from Carla this episode, and I'm so happy she was back and featured. She's going through menopause, and that is a very rough topic for, you know, this show, obviously, because they're showing the true reality of menopause exaggerated a lot, which is all these hormonal flips and, you know, hot, cold, all this stuff. I worked with providers who were going through that while I worked with them, and I can definitely vouch that the AC was flipped up and down all day long, and ice packs and heat packs were consistently being used and whatnot. But at the same time, I worked with all women most of my life, one or two doctors that were men, occasionally like a male, like medical assistant or something, and or x-ray tech too. And it's just like, you know, so I really kind of stopped noticing these things as, you know, much, because it's not like super in front of me. It's such an issue because it's not as exaggerated as I see in the show. But I'm happy that JD did what he could to try to reconnect with Carla by helping her. And he also went a little bit far and cut her patient load because he didn't talk to her first. He treated her like she was a problem that had issues. She's someone with problems that he had to fix instead of helping her. And I don't like that. And I like that she confronted him on it, but then realized that he was right. She's older. She can't handle these patients while going through these life changes. Maybe once she's done, she can. But right now she needs a lower patient load because of, you know, health reasons. And it happens. And they're a supporter. I don't know if the nurses at the station were making fun of her or are just like actually being with her, but like it's important because like one of the things nurses always remember is that when people who help them, like everyone remembers this, people who help you when you're younger, you remember them, and people who helped you get your feet in healthcare and like learn to walk by yourself, that you remember them. They're so important to you. So shout out to those people. Now, obviously, JD didn't get invited to the barbecue, and he was mad, and he kept bringing it up, and it's because Carla wants him to grow on his own and find somebody on his own and, you know, make friends that are capable of doing things on their own and not just invite dumb people that she can't have conversations with to the party. And on the other side, I love her not actually liking Elliot's current boyfriend because he's kind of like boring, bland, and he's too cool and too good and too perfect. Like there's something wrong with him, obviously. Or not, he's just too perfect. But this was a fun episode, really fun episode to see Carla, and she says it's not as fun as it used to be. I mean, working in healthcare is rough when you get moved away from the people that you love to work with, or when people that you love to work with leave you for reasons. And so, you know, I can relate to that. There's you know, former managers I've had, even though I'm the manager now, former managers I had that I miss because they were like, you know, 6-7 years of my life made me who I was. You know, doctors I worked with, nurse practitioners, PAs, medical assistants, lab techs, even fellow x-ray techs that I worked with that, you know, helped shape me, and I miss them. And I saw a meme that it's like when you work at a job and you know, for some X amount of years, I've been where I am 11 years, and it's like when you work at a job and you see, you know, new people come, it's like the 7th season of your show with all new characters and you're the only main cast left. And it's like that right now. Like I have like 2-3 people that I've worked with for years and known for years, and everyone else is like fresh faces that cycle through, and it's weird because it gets, you know, less fun, more lonely, and you stop like connecting with some of the people because as they cycle through, it's like, why connect with them? And I wonder if Carla feels somewhat similar. I mean, I know I do sometimes, and I digress talking about my struggles, but healthcare can burn you out. 12 years into my career, I'm burnt out. Carla's 20-30 years into her career, depending on how early she started, and she's burnt out. I really liked the little scene though with like the Bambi thing. That was cute, where she had a little flashback to when JD was a student or an intern. But I had fun. I really had fun. I really hope Amara breaks up with, or Asher breaks up with Amara and goes out with Sam. They deserve to be together. Let Amara have her fun, and then she'll wind down with Blake, because we know Blake is a player. By player, I mean he's just handsome, so he gets play. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mikey. Take care. Be safe. Check out Patreon for full lengths. Sorry, this was a great episode. I'm a little tongue-tied.